Now we'll move on to next exercise, that is for standard deviation. So standard deviation formula for ungrouped data is S is equal to under root of sigma x minus x bar whole square upon n, or sigma x square upon n minus x bar square. And the shortcut method formula is square root of sigma d square upon n minus sigma d upon n whole square. For ungrouped data, it is sigma f x minus x bar whole square upon n, and this is the shortcut formula. Now exercise 4.4, first question, that is the marks obtained by 9 students in a test of 100 marks in mathematics are given below. That is, the marks are given of 9 students, and we have to find the standard deviation of marks obtained by the students. Now as it is an ungrouped data, so we have to make a 3-column table. First one is the data which is given to us, second is for x minus x bar, and third column, that is for x minus x bar whole square. This is my x. First of all, I will find out x bar, that is mean. So sigma x is equal to 603. My x bar formula is sigma x upon n, that is equal to 603 divided by 9. Now when I will divide 603 by 9, that will give 67 marks. Now this is my x bar, that is mean. I will write down here 67. Now 64 minus 67 is minus 3. 63 minus 67 is minus 4. 72 minus 67 is 5. 65 minus 67 is equal to minus 2. 68 minus 67 is 1. 69 minus 67 is equal to 2. 66 minus 67, that is equal to minus 1. 67 minus 67 is 0. And 69 minus 67 is 2. Now we will find out square of this x minus x bar. So 3 minus 3 square is 9. Minus 4 square is 16. 5 square is 25. Minus 2 square is 4. 1 square is 1. 2 square is 4. 1 square is 1. 0 square is 0, and again 2 square is 4. Now I have to do total of this column. So I will get sigma x minus x bar square as 64, and here all negative plus positive values, so that will give you 0. Now I will find out standard deviation of marks. So my standard deviation formula is sigma x minus x bar whole square upon n. Now what is my sigma x minus x bar whole square value? That is 64. So 64 divided by n is 9. 64 when I will divide it by 9, I will get 7.111. Now I will find out square root of this. So I will get my answer as 2.67. So that is my standard deviation is equal to 2.67 marks. Now second question of your exercise, the number of cars coming for service in 5 service stations of a company on a particular day are 7, 3, 11, 8 and 9. We have to calculate the standard deviation of number of cars coming at the service station. Standard deviation we have to calculate of 5 service stations. The data is given to you. Again ungrouped data. Now as ungrouped data is there, so again we have to make 3 columns. First is the data which is given to us, that is of number of cars for service x. Then second column we have to fix for x minus x bar, and third for x minus x bar whole square. Now first of all we will find out mean. So for that we need the total of our values. So that is sigma x is 38. Now x bar is sigma x upon n. So 38 upon n is 5. So 38 when I will divide it by 5, I will get my answer as 7.6. So my mean is 7.6 cars. Now here one thing you have to keep in mind, that you can't change the value of x bar even though it comes in decimal. Same value we have to take. So x bar is 7.6. Now I will do x minus x bar, that is from x we will deduct our mean. So 7 minus 7.6, that is minus 0.6. 3 minus 7.6, that will give you minus 4.6. 11 minus 7.6, that will give you 3.4. 8 minus 7.6, that will give you 0.4. And 9 minus 7.6, that will give you 1.4. The total of this 4.6 plus 6 and 3.4 plus 0.4 plus 1.4. So it will, that is sigma x minus x bar, it will give you 0. Now I have to find square of all these values. Now when I'll find out square, so I'll get my answer as 0.6 square is 0.36 minus 4.6 square 21.16, 3.4 square, that will give you 11.56, 0.4 square, that will give you 0.16, and 1.4 square, that will give you 1.96. Now I have to do total of this column, which will give me x minus x bar whole square. So that is, my answer is 35.20. Now I'll find out standard deviation of number of cars for service. So my standard deviation formula is sigma x minus x bar whole square upon n. The value is 35.20 and my n is 5. Now I'll divide it, 35.20 divided by 5, which will give me 7.04. Now I have to find square root of 7.04. So I'll get my answer as 2.65, which is my standard deviation. So that is 2.65 cars. Now third question, the following frequency distribution represents the amount of deposits and the number of depositors in a bank. Find the coefficient of standard deviation of the deposits. Now deposit in 1000 rupees it is given to you, and number of depositors, that is your F, is given to you. As you can see, it is a discrete frequency distribution. Now as in question number 3, group 2 data is there, so we have to prepare 5 columns, and here we are using shortcut formula. You can use direct method also. So X, which is given to us in question, number of depositors, that is F, it is also given to us in question. Now first of all, I'll find out my D. So A I have to assume, so I am assuming it as 20. Now my assumed mean is 20. So X minus A, I'll calculate my division. 5 minus 20 is minus 15. 10 minus 20 is minus 10. 15 minus 20 is minus 5. 20 minus 20, that is equal to 0. 25 minus 20, that is equal to 5. 30 minus 20, that is equal to 10. And 35 minus 20, that will give you 15. Now I have to find FD, that is F frequency column multiplied by your D column. So 2 multiplied by minus 15, that will give minus 30. 7 multiplied by minus 10, that will give you minus 70. 11 multiplied by minus 5, that will give you minus 55. 15 multiplied by 0, that will give you 0. 10 multiplied by 5, that will give you 50. 4 multiplied by 10, that is equal to 40. And 1 multiplied by 15, that is equal to 15. Now first all negative values total, so that is equal to minus 155 plus all positive values, that is 50 plus 40, that is will give you 105. Now minus plus is minus, so I get my answer as 50. So my sigma FD is equal to 50. Now I'll find out FD square. So FD square means FD, that is your this column, multiply by your D column. So 30 multiplied by 15. Now minus 15 multiplied by minus 30, that will give you 450. Minus 10 multiplied by minus 70, that will give you 700. 5 multiplied by minus 55, that will give you 275. 0 multiplied by 0, that will give you 0. 5 multiplied by 50, that is 250. 10 multiplied by 40, 400. and 15 multiplied by 15, that will give you 225. Total of your FD square column, that will give us 2300. Now first of all we'll find out our mean, that is equal to A plus sigma FD upon N, shortcut formula. What is your A assumed mean here? 20 plus sigma FD, sigma FD is 50 divided by N, N is 50. Now, so here it is minus 50. Now 50 divided by 50 will give you 1. So that is equal to 20. Now plus minus minus, and here 1. So 20 minus 1 is 19. So my X bar is rupees 19,000. Now I'll find out standard deviation of amount of deposit. So sigma FD square upon N minus sigma FD upon N whole square. So sigma FD square, what is my answer? 2300 divided by 50 minus sigma FD is minus 50 divided by N is again 50 and whole square. Now when we'll solve this, so 2300 divided by 50, it will give you 46 minus, now 50 divided by 50 is 1 and here it is minus sign. So minus 1 square is again 1. So that is equal to 46 minus 1. So now I have to find 45 square root. So that will give me 6.71. So my standard deviation is rupees 6.71 thousand. Now I have to find coefficient of standard deviation. So coefficient of standard deviation formula is S upon X bar. S, that is your standard deviation is 6.71 divided by your mean, that is 19. So 6.71 divided by 19 will give you 0.35 as your answer. Now fourth question of your textbook, the information of profits in lakh rupees of 50 firms in the last year is given below. Find the standard deviation of the profit of the firms. Now here again group data is there, classes are given, that is continuous frequency distribution is given to you, profit in lakh rupees and number of firms, that is your F. So here one more step we have to add, that is to find mid value, that is our X. Now as classes are given, so here we have to make 6 columns. Class and frequency, it is given to us in question. First of all we have to find mid value. Mid value I think all of you know how to find, that is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So 0 plus 10 divided by 2 will give you 5. 10 plus 20 divided by 2, 15. 20 plus 30 divided by 2, it will give you 25, 35 and 45. Now I have to find D. So first of all I have to assume from mid value column. So I am taking my A or assumed mean as 25 and C class difference, you can see it is 10. Now I'll find D is equal to X minus A upon C. So 5 minus 25 upon 10. So that will give you minus 2. Same way we have to find for all this. So minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. This will be my answer. Now I have to find FD, that is frequency multiplied by D column. Frequency multiplied by D. That is your deviation from assumed mean. So 7 multiplied by minus 2, it will give you minus 14. 6 multiplied by minus 1, minus 6. 15 multiplied by 0, 0. 12 multiplied by 1, that is equal to 12. And 10 multiplied by 2, that will give you 20. Again addition. So minus 20 plus 32. So that will give you 12. So your sigma FD is 12. FD square, FD column multiplied by D. 2 multiplied by 14, 28. Negative sign I am ignoring here because already it will get cut. 1 multiplied by 6, 6. 0 multiplied by 0, 0. 1 multiplied by 12, that is equal to 12. And 2 multiplied by 20, that is equal to 40. Again, total of your FD square column 28 plus 6 plus 0 plus 12 plus 40. So that will give you 86. Now first of all I'll find out mean. A plus sigma FD upon n into C. As class length is there, so we'll be multiplying it by C. A is 25 plus sigma FD is 12 upon n into C is 10. That is equal to 25 plus 12 into 10 is 120 divided by 50. So 120 divided by 50, that will give you 2.4. So my x bar is equal to 27.4 lakh. Now standard deviation of profit. So my standard deviation formula is sigma FD square upon n minus sigma FD upon n whole square into C. Now sigma FD square, what is my answer? 86 divided by n, that is 50, minus sigma FD column, that is 12 divided by 50 whole square into 10. Now 86 when I'll divide it by 50, I'll get my answer as 1.72 minus 12 divided by 50, it will give 0.24 whole square multiplied by 10. Now 0.24 whole square is equal to 0.0576. 1.72, from that we will subtract 0.0576. So I'll get my answer as 1.6624 multiplied by 10. When I'll find out square root of this, I'll get 1.289 multiplied by 10, that is equal to rupees 12.89 lakh, which is my standard deviation.